It's the 29th of June 2026, coming up to 9 o'clock. The moon is supposed to rise a little north of southeast, a little after 9 according to some reports I've seen. But on the other hand, when I tried to corroborate the official moonrise time, which is a little after 9 on Stellarium, it seems the moon might be coming up somewhat later. And I'm not even sure that I'm pointing in quite the right direction. I don't have any apps to help me to do that. I don't even have a compass right now to sort of give me an indication of if I'm pointing slightly north of southeast. But based on experience, I have a pretty good reason to believe it will come up in the frame here. And if it doesn't, I'll change my position a little while I'll swing the camera around a bit. I don't think I need to change my position unless it comes up quite a bit to the north of where I'm expecting it to, because then I have some lampposts and buildings in the way. So for now I got a clear view of the sky, and we're just going to let this run. I'm looking to my left, almost 90 degrees. Well, no, I guess it's more like 70 from where the camera's pointing, and I can see the Five Roses flower neon sign. So that's something to think about for down the road a bit. I've already taken some summer solstice-ish sunrise alignments photos with that sign, so that might be something to do. But for now we're trying to get the strawberry moon, the full moon, which is rising in a position that is more or less the same as a winter solstice sunrise alignment, maybe a bit north of that. But according to what I read, the moonrise tonight is the lowest. The moon will be the lowest in the sky in a quarter century, which I find a little surprising, and I'm not sure it's true, because like I said, it seems that the rising point is a little bit north of southeast, and I would expect a moon that really was that low in the sky to be south of southeast. So we shall see what it comes down to. So yeah, it's very boring right now, nothing really to see. But there's a reasonable chance that the moon will make itself visible in this frame in the coming minutes. Like I said, I will change the angle of view if that doesn't happen, and I see the moon slightly north or slightly south of where I'm pointing. Could perhaps adjust the exposure. I'm beginning to think I should maybe do auto ISO. Yeah, that's maybe not a bad idea, putting the ISO at auto. So think about it, but what I see on the screen is a little bit darker than what I'm seeing with the eye, and the screen tends to be a little bit brighter than what actually ends up in the actual video, so this might be a bit murkier. I think I'm going to adjust the ISO a couple of stops, not stops, but that's 2/3 of the stop. We were at 1600 ISO, we're now at 2500 ISO. And the sky color is, or exposure is, pretty close to what I'm seeing with the unaided eye. And we're just waiting for the moon to become visible. Now, it is quite hazy, So it may be that the moon is obscured by haze, and we won't see it until it's sort of above the horizon somewhat. On the other hand, the haze will help to make the moon orange or even red when we do see it. So it's a bit of a trade-off. And it is the strawberry moon, so it'd be kind of fun if it was a reddish strawberry moon that we saw horizon. Oh, police car and an ambulance. No doubt coming to the hospital, which is right behind me. So, I'm not sure why the police car is escorting the ambulance, but I suppose the injury might be connected to some police work. It might just be an accident, the police responded to. But I suppose it could be, a shooting or some violent crime or something like that as well. We're waiting for the moon is what it comes down to. 9:05 was, I believe, the official moonrise time that I saw. Let's see. Moonrise today. According to this, moonrise today is at 9:07 p.m. 131 degrees southeast. Excuse me. So yeah, it's saying 9:07, and it is pretty well. It's a little bit before that, but that might be somewhat theoretical. It might be, when the moon is first seen, just a little above just the top of it above the horizon, reaching the horizon, and that might be for sea level, whereas we're a little bit above sea level. Then there's the terrain. So in any case, I cannot see the moon. I see something off to the right, and I'm pretty sure it's not the moon. And my eyes are not superb. Oh, looks like I should increase the exposure a bit. So let's go to 3200 ISO. So like I said, this is all very boring. But of course the idea is to try to get some video where we see, from the earliest part of the moonrise, where it's just breaching the horizon, and then as it rises. So we're just going to keep doing what we're doing. This, first almost 10 minutes now, 8 minutes and plus. It's boring, but the idea is to hopefully get a shot that shows the whole moonrise from the very earliest point of when it becomes visible. And again, like I said, I don't see anything. I do have another camera with me. Maybe I will see if the camera can see something. Yeah, no sign at all of the moon yet in the direction where I expect it to be coming up. So, as I said, the official moonrise time that I found online says 9:07, and we're past that. But on the other hand, when I went to Stellarium to get an idea of what it would show, it showed the moonrise somewhat later, as much as 20 minutes later, I would say. So we're just going to keep filming and hoping for the best. Should mention that we're using a 600mm lens, actually a 150-600mm Sigma contemporary zoom lens at the 600mm end of it. We're at f11, 30th of a second, 3200 ISO, and I think I'm just going to boost the ISO a little bit again shortly. I'm just going to see if there's other moonrise time information. So what I looked at was from time date. One more look at it. See here. Yeah. Supposed to be 9:07 p.m. 131 degrees southeast. But I don't see it. So again, the haze may be an issue. Let's see if there's any other actual moonrise time given. Let's see, you got another one saying 9:08, but we're already past 9:08 anyway. So I think we need to boost our ISO a little bit anyway. No sign of moon in the frame here. Let's boost it up. I guess we'll go all the way to 5,000. Maybe a little bit lighter than what I'm seeing, but it will get darker. And as I said, what I see on the screen tends to be a bit darker than what actually gets recorded on the video. So let's keep doing this. I've only got about less than 8 minutes of recording time left. So hope for the best. This might be a complete dud. I mean, we'll eventually see the moon. It's not that hazy. It'll eventually come up above the haze. But so far, I was expecting I might see the beginning of the moonrise by now, but definitely not. It's now 9:11. Past both of those official moonrise times. Let's just see with my cell phone if I see anything. So far, I don't see any sign of it. Quite interesting how you can think you're more or less in the right spot at the right time, and maybe you're not. Anyway, we're certainly at the right time in terms of moonrise. It'll eventually come up above the horizon and be visible. And like I said, I think there it is off to the left. Aha, so I wasn't so far off. Oh no, that's sorry. I saw, like, I guess it's a reflection from the. Oh, that's funny. I thought it was. Oh, there it is. Look at that. Oh, so I was okay. So it's further north than I was expecting. So we shall just shift over. Okay, so it's a bit of a bummer. There it is. So that's the moon coming up in alignment with the building, and yeah, so it's somewhat further north than I was expecting it to be. Like I said, I don't have a compass, I don't have any software that would tell me where it is. Just debating what to do, because obviously it's going to get hidden behind the building. I kind of like how it's doing this, but nevertheless, I'd prefer to have the fuller moon. So, how much time do we have left? 5 minutes of recording time. So, this is kind of cute. We got this half moon, partially hidden by the building. I think I'm just going to quickly walk north and hopefully get a clearer view. So we're not even going to turn off the video. We're just going to keep it going. We're going to walk north, try and get the more full moon. Just a good 100 feet or so. Okay, that looks like it's pretty much full-ish. Let's down. Let's lower the camera. There we go. Okay, that's pretty good. But I could go even further north. I think I will. There's just a bright problem is there's a street lamp right in the way. This may be going to affect things. Maybe I'm better off leaving well enough alone. You can actually see the lamp post just at the extreme edge of the frame. So I think, yeah, all things considered, we're just going to leave things as they are. So, try to get sort of an alignment with the street lamp behind me, more or less in a direct line. So this will give me a good indication for the future. A couple of trees, a couple of pine trees around the street lamp. It's over a walkway going to and from the hospital. That's a good reference point. And yeah, we're just going to let the moon rise behind the building. And here's the thing is, this is 600 millimeters. I have a 3x teleconverter that I could put on this. This will lose 3 stops, so it starts to get problematic. But once the moon is eclipsed by the building, as it were, I think I might switch to the 3x teleconverter and have a much bigger moon coming out the other side of the building. So we got 2 minutes and 30 seconds of recording time left now. We're just going to let it run. And then after that, we're going to put on the 3x teleconverter, see what we can do with it. So I was slightly off in terms of my rough calculation. Okay, so 2 minutes, less than 2 minutes now, recording time. The moon, oh, is it coming out the other side? Oh, this is interesting. I think we're seeing the moon. This is interesting, like it's almost a perfect angle. Yeah, the moon's coming out the other side. This is very interesting. I think I may not bother with the teleconverter. I think we're just going to stick with what we got here. Yeah, we're going to let this run, and when it runs out, we will quickly switch over. We'll just keep going with what we've got here, this setup. So 600 millimeters, f11, 30th of a second, 5000 ISO. I might open up a little bit to f8 or f9, boost the ISO up to 6400 or even a little higher. But we're not going to change the lens, we're not going to change the shutter speed. Can't change shutter speed actually. So this is quite interesting. It's kind of a nice footage that we got at the end. Hi there. Pretty good. I'm looking at it right now. It's just coming up over the horizon. Well, it's about a moon width above the horizon now. It looks like it's heading into haze. Yeah, if you want to see it, yeah, you can see that, yeah. Right. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, I sort of guessed where it would come up, but I was slightly wrong, so I had to readjust my position, and there's a building in the way, like one of the buildings on Nuns Island, but still, it's pretty interesting, so pretty happy with what I saw, but might have been better off going to the Sheen. Yeah. Right.